If you often feel lonely, even when you're surrounded by people, there's something important you need to hear. Loneliness is usually seen as a weakness, as something broken, as proof that you're too quiet, too sensitive, or too different. But what if your loneliness is a flaw? What if it's a signal of depth? Psychology shows that people who experience frequent loneliness often share certain rare and powerful traits. Traits that don't always fit into a loud, fast, surface-level world, but are incredibly valuable. If you feel lonely often, you may have these four unique qualities. Number 1, you crave depth over surface. Research indicates that people who feel lonely are often less satisfied with small talk and casual connections. It's not that you can't socialize. It's that you don't feel nourished by shallow interactions. While others may enjoy talking about trends, gossip, or quick laughs, you quietly long for conversations about meaning, fears, dreams, and the things that keep people awake at night. You probably experienced this. You're at a gathering. Everyone's laughing. The energy is high, but inside, you feel strangely distant. Not because you don't like them, but because nothing real is being shared. Psychology shows that humans have different belonging thresholds. Some people feel connected easily. Others need emotional depth to feel truly seen. If that's you, your loneliness isn't social failure. It's emotional selectivity. You don't want more people. You want real people. And that desire for depth, it's a strength. It means when you do connect, you connect deeply. You build meaningful bonds, not just busy ones. Number 2, you are highly self-aware. Research in personality psychology suggests that individuals who spend more time reflecting on their inner world are also more likely to report feelings of loneliness. Why? Because self-awareness can create contrast. When you understand your own thoughts, emotions, and patterns clearly, you become more aware when something is missing. You notice the gap between how you feel and what's being expressed around you. You might sit in a room and sense subtle emotional shifts. You might replay conversations later and analyze what was said and what wasn't. Some people move through life on autopilot. You don't. That level of awareness can feel isolating, but it's also the foundation of emotional intelligence. Psychology shows that self-awareness is one of the strongest predictors of personal growth and healthy relationships. You feel lonely not because you're disconnected from yourself, but because you are deeply connected to yourself, and that's powerful. Number 3, you are sensitive to emotional authenticity. Studies on attachment and social bonding indicate that people who value authenticity over approval often struggle more in environments where people wear social masks. You can sense when someone isn't being genuine. You notice forced laughter. You feel when someone says, "I'm fine," but clearly isn't. And instead of playing along, something inside you withdraws. This can make you feel different, out of sync. But here's the reframe. Your sensitivity is emotional radar. In a world where many interactions are filtered, edited, and curated, especially online, your desire for honesty is rare. You're not lonely because you can't connect. You're lonely because you refuse to connect in ways that feel fake. And when you find someone who meets you with sincerity, you open up in a way that surprises even you. Number 4, you are independent in your thinking. Research suggests that people who hold unconventional opinions or question social norms often experience more social isolation, not because they're wrong, but because they don't automatically agree. Maybe you felt this before. You're in a conversation where everyone nods along to an idea, and something in you hesitates. You see another perspective. You ask a different question, and suddenly you feel separate. Independent thinkers often walk alone before others catch up. Psychology shows that innovation, creativity, and leadership frequently come from those willing to think differently, even if it means temporary isolation. Your loneliness may be the byproduct of originality. You don't just absorb the world, you examine it, and that requires courage. Number 5, you have a strong inner world. Research on creativity and introspection shows that people who enjoy solitude and imagination often experience both loneliness and deep internal richness. You may spend a lot of time in your head. You reflect, you imagine scenarios, you create conversations that never happen, you dream about different futures. To others, this might look like distance, but internally, there's a whole universe. The challenge is that not everyone can enter the universe easily, but the gift is this: you are never truly empty. Your mind is alive, and when you channel that inner world into art, ideas, empathy, or meaningful dialogue, it becomes something beautiful. So if you feel lonely often, here's what I want you to understand. Loneliness is not always a sign that you are unworthy. Sometimes it's a sign that you are wired for depth, awareness, authenticity, independence, and introspection. It's not that you can't belong. It's that you haven't found your kind of belonging yet. There's a difference. Instead of asking, "What's wrong with me?" try asking, "What kind of connection do I truly need?" Instead of shrinking your depth to fit into shallow spaces, consider seeking spaces that match your depth. You don't need 100 connections. You need a few that feel real. And the fact that you feel lonely sometimes doesn't mean you're broken. It may mean you're built differently. And different is not defective. It's rare. If this resonated with you, take a quiet moment and acknowledge your depth, your awareness, your sensitivity, your independence. They are not weaknesses. weaknesses. They are strengths still looking for the right environment. And if you want more insights into your personality, human behavior, and the hidden strengths behind emotions we often misunderstand, subscribe to this channel, because sometimes the traits you've been questioning are the very things that make you extraordinary.